Welcome to your Daily Dose. My name is Robert. I'm here with my pal Wayne. Wayne, how are you today?
I'm doing just fine, thanks, Rob.
Well, we're talking about the Shawshank Redemption. And in particular, you're one of those people who was one of the first people to go through what we called the Parkinson's prison and the hero's journey to escape, and is now being, offered publicly as the Shawshank Hero's Journey. Tell me about what you knew about the Shawshank Redemption coming in, and then maybe what you learned along the way.
Well, first, I guess I need to explain that I'm not a moviegoer, so I don't see a lot of movies, and I hadn't seen this movie before, even though always heard people say nice things about it. I was never motivated to go see the movie, but so this motivated me to see the movie, and I discovered why people liked it because it's very moving.
So it's a moving thing. And then along the way, you found, oh, we're going to be writing too. And you told me that writing wasn't your first and foremost passion to begin with.
That's an understatement.
Yeah.
I kind of avoided very much writing, and so I wasn't familiar with it, and so I was a little concerned about that.
You had the concern, and you mentioned that you're very forthright. And of course, we had a little bit of a friendship from the improv work we've been doing. What I found in you, and you tell me how this was, is that when you started to do it, even on whatever level you did, and you got feedback from your classmates, and you started to see, wow, what I'm writing has an effect. Other people like what I have to say. That seemed to impact you positively. Is that right?
That's absolutely correct. I as I wrote and people commented, and I could see the connection there, and that motivated me to learn and actually be pay attention.
Yeah, I love that you said that about paying attention, because I think that's what writing is largely about, is slowing down to pay attention. And look, let's be frank, there's a lot of people who have had traumatic experiences with writing based on various experiences in academia. And what we really try to have here in our group is something that's going to be ultra supportive. It's going to say, look, it doesn't matter what kind of background you have, not a film goer, not a writer necessarily. You're a person who has a story to tell. And I remember one of the things that the angle you took was the story with some emotions that came up for you. Do you remember the emotions and tapping into those, and maybe how they surprised you as you started to get them out on the page?
Fairly early on into the program, I discovered that I could write my emotions down, and people reacted positively. And so that encouraged me to, as I was writing a particular subject area, I I would try to focus on what was I feeling about that? Why did I think about that? What I was writing, and that helped me to write a little deeper and be more vulnerable, I guess is the answer.
Well, that's a big word. And you're even saying that right now. A lot of people fear vulnerability. Did you find value in that vulnerability? Did it give you something that you think was a good thing to have explored for?
It did. It made me think of once I got over the fact that I was embarrassed about being vulnerable, I've I discovered how safe it was in the class, that you made it safe, and I could be vulnerable, and I could then look back and try to think about why did I put those words down, why did they come to my forefront, and then I really enjoyed the writing. I
Quite a journey, right? All of a sudden, wait a minute.
enjoyed what I thought was going to be horror.
Yeah. Not only can I, but I like this. One last thing on this that I remember too, everybody has challenges, and that's the universal appeal of the hero's journey. And I really think the Shawshank Redemption, right? None of us had been through prison in particular. None of us have been accused of murdering our wives. However, the universal appeal of feeling like we're imprisoned, like we're trapped in circumstances that are beyond us, and still fighting forward. I think that's something that seemed to appeal to you, that you have more to give, that, regardless of changes in your life, there's more. And you seem to embrace that.
Yes, Well, because first off, I thought of myself as being in prison and didn't realize that exactly. But you know, the disease keeps you kind of encased in like a cocoon if you let it. And so I was found myself letting it. And so and one result of this course, I wrote a letter basically outlining what my feelings of towards Parkinson's, and I sent it to members of Congress, just whoever I could think of, and I, I felt like emboldened by that.
Yeah. I couldn't be happier to hear you find your voice and get valued for it. And then, like you said, explosively put it out there to say, I'm going to tell you how I feel. And, I mean, that's a big thing, Wayne. You've had a tremendous amount of growth. Is there anything else you wanted to add about this? Because I really appreciate you sharing all of this.
Well, for anybody that's thinking even remotely that they either would like to do it or maybe they're afraid, or afraid is maybe not the word, but a little bit timid about it, take a step forward and take this step because it's really good.
Wayne, I appreciate all that. I'll be seeing you soon.
All right, thanks.